What up, gang, and welcome back to SpikeNation. Cartoons. So wholesome, so fun. That's how everyone wants to remember them, right? But were they really as wholesome as everyone wants to remember them? Today, we'll be giving you 10 scary cartoon theories that will ruin your childhood. Proceed to watch further at your own risk, because these theories might just ruin some of your favorite shows from your childhood. Make sure you smash that like button and subscribe to SpikeNation so you don't miss any more of our awesome videos in the future. Number 1, the Smurfs are racist. It's hard to look at these cute little creatures and say that they're racist white supremacists living in a socialist society. The theory goes that the Smurfs are an organization like the KKK. That's why they wear white pointed hats, and Papa Smurf, being their leader, wears a red pointed hat. The villain Gargamel is an embodiment of Jewish stereotypes, money-loving, big-nosed, and oh yeah, he has a cat named Azrael, which is the name of the angel of death in Jewish tradition. This theory starts to make even more sense when you look at the first comic where the Smurfs get sick, and when they get sick, they turn black and lose all their intelligence. This comic was not allowed to be published in the 1960s, so there might be some truth to this theory. Number 2, the Cars took over the world. If you've seen the movie Cars, you would notice that there are no human beings in the entire world, and the theory goes that the reason we don't see any of them in the movie is because they just don't exist anymore. The Cars eventually become sentient and realize that there's no need for the humans to exist anymore and just took all the humans out. Yep, pretty scary. But what makes this even crazier is that the director of the movie confirmed the theory to be true. To top it all off, he even said the cars take on the personality of the last person that drove them. So that means the cars consume the humans. But it's a family-friendly movie, right? Number 3, Ash is in a coma. According to this theory, Ash fell into a coma after his bike accident in episode 1, and all his adventures after that are just part of a dream. The people he meets are all his imaginations and don't really exist. Sorry, Brock and Misty. All these dreams are journeys through his mental barriers, which he must overcome to wake up from his coma, or else he'll suffer extreme brain damage. The theory also states that the comforting world in reality is filled with scary Pokemon. Yeah, way to make a fun and iconic cartoon nightmarish, guys. Number 4, the Ruckrats are just Angelica's imagination. This theory doesn't sound that dark until you learn why she created them. According to the theory, the kids weren't always imaginary and did exist at some point. Tommy was a stillborn, which is why his dad is always making toys. Chucky died with his mother, which is why his father is so anxious about his son's safety. Phil and Lil were aborted, and Angelica didn't know their gender, so she made them fraternal twins. Also, in an episode in which they fast forward to the adult version of the kids, only Angelica and Dill lead very rough lives, because only those two are real, and Angelica got addicted to drugs as a teenager and died of an overdose when she was 13 years old. Dark? Yes. Depressing? Hell yes. Number 5, the Powerpuff Girls are just one person. This theory is more popularly known as the Brenda theory in the fandom. This theory sees the Powerpuff Girls as being fractions of one host's body. The host is unknown to the audience, but for convenience's sake, fans call her Brenda. The reason why Brenda developed dissociative identity disorder was because she had an older brother who bullied her. This older brother would then be manifested as Mojo Jojo in the main series. Each girl represents a part of how Brenda is or wanted to be. Blossom represents the girl that Brenda wanted to be, a mature and level-headed young girl who was confident. Bubbles represented her soft and bubbly side. She also symbolizes the innocence and submissiveness that Brenda had possessed in reality. On a few rare occasions, however, a bit of Brenda's aggressive nature would be manifested in Bubbles. Buttercup is Brenda's aggressive side. Buttercup was created from Brenda's thoughts of retaliating against her older brother, and Buttercup ultimately represents her dissatisfaction with her life. Number 6, SpongeBob characters were born because of nuclear testing. There's been this theory going around for a while that the world of SpongeBob came to be because of nuclear testing. They live in the city of Bikini Bottom, which is believed to be beneath the island of Bikini Atoll, where the United States detonated the 23 different nuclear bombs during the Cold War. According to this theory, the nuclear radiation impacted the creatures surrounding the area, and thus SpongeBob SquarePants and his friends were born. A lot of nuclear explosion imagery shows up in the show. The creators have said that there's no truth to this theory, but you can't just ignore the obvious connection between the two names. Number 7. Every character in the Winnie the Pooh series has a mental disorder. No matter how cute this series is, when you look deep into it, you realize that it features some seriously dark stuff. This isn't actually a theory because the Canadian Medical Journal actually published a report on this theory. This report proves that all the characters in Winnie the Pooh are suffering from serious psychological issues. According to the report, Pooh suffered from more than one disorder, the most prominent one being his ADHD, the other is compulsive eating disorder. Eeyore suffers from depression, Piglet has anxiety disorder, and the list goes on. Man, this turned from a happy children's tale to the saddest and most depressing story ever. That's all, folks. Is there a theory we didn't cover? Do let us know down in the comments section below. And don't forget to subscribe for more content like this in the future. Thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.